Hey folks, what's going on? How are we doing today? Hey everybody, what's going on? How are we doing today? Hi there Mark, hi there Quack Reject, hi there Trey. How are you doing? How you all doing? I had a last moment of... I feel a bit wonky here. But at the last moment I was wearing something else and a different kind of hair, and I thought, well, why am I not wearing my brand new big blonde hair on stream today? So we decided to. It might not be a match for this dress, we might change it later on, but you know, I'm feeling good. Thank you so much, Trey. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Quack. I'm glad you're enjoying my look today. How are you guys doing? Oh, thank you, Trey. I'm glad that it hasn't changed from yesterday, or whatever it was. You bored, Quack? Yeah, well. Hopefully you'll be less bored watching me. I don't know. I'm not too interesting, but thank you, Trey. So how have you guys been doing? How have you guys been doing? I've been doing fine. I've been getting along with Patreon. Oh, and that reminds me, we need to read out our awesome patrons for the month. Patrons. Okay, cool. Just got to read out my wonderful patrons for the stream, and my wonderful $12 patrons. What is that tier called? My lovers, my wonderful patron lovers, who are kind enough to donate to my Patreon or pledge to my Patreon. And so big thanks go out to Aura, Eric Sawyers, Happily Anonymous, Jake Allen, and Ryan David. Thank you so much to all of you for your contributions, and they are the sponsors of today's stream. So there we go. I've got my bit done, and you know, elitism. Well, one of my rewards is if you do the top pledge on my Patreon, then I will give you a shout out on the YouTube streams. So it's all good. They're awesome, and so are you, and you're awesome too. I'm talking to you right now, so there you go. Oh. So what have I been doing? I have been looking for a job, and I've also been watching some TV. Seeing as I don't have a job, I'm watching some TV, and I just saw the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. Any guys have any thoughts about that? I've got lots of thoughts about it. Lots of fun thoughts about it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I super enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic. I actually recorded a little... It ditched Netflix for now. Fair enough. I actually recorded like a little review of it, which should turn up on the channel soon, depending on whether I like it or not, because I'm not very good at doing those reviews. So it's for a bit of a very rambly stream of consciousness thing. I think I'm just going to call them rambling reviews. I did really enjoy Dark Crystal though, so it's always easier to find things you don't like about something than things you do like about something. I've discovered. So it's probably easier for me to review things I didn't like, but you know. But Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, really good. Did I like Logan? Like Wolverine Logan? Like Hugh Jackman Logan? like that Logan. I have not seen it. That came after a point where I started to, when comic movies started to just be like everywhere, and there used to be so many of them, I sort of like just tuned out of them now, because there were just so many to keep up with, and I just sort of like I probably like tuned out from something like probably The Dark Knight Rises onwards, kind of at that point. That's where I started to like just disappear from the comic book type movies. But yeah, I might check it out, Quack. If it turns up, I'll check it out. Okay. If you really don't like the superhero movies and you like Logan, then maybe I will like Logan too. Yeah. What other kind of movies do you enjoy? I've also been watching Peaky Blinders. I watched... Is that The Predator? Really? Well, that's some pretty high fucking praise. Are we having a good stream? Are we having a good stream? Looks okay for the moment. Okay. Up there with Predator, that is some high praise. I'm going to have to check it out now, because Predator's one of my favourite movies. It's on my top 20 list. Definitely. But yeah. It's a great film about family. Yeah. Families with claws, right? With like massive claws. Something like that. Oh, where are you, Crack? Well, like I say, I'll have to check it out. I guess I have to check it out. Definitely have to now. What else is... Hi, Susie Fox. Hello. How you doing? It's nice to see you here. What else is on the top 20 list? Oh my god, there's probably like 50 movies that are on my top 20 list of films. You can't like... I can't, like, cram in 20 films into a top 20. But up there is a lot of my childhood films. YouTube is not receiving enough. Okay, you're gonna get some buffering. Sorry about the stream. There's a little bit of a hiccup right now. For some reason, I don't know why, but it happens every single time, and it should sort itself out sometime. See if I can fix it anyway. Hopefully that'll help. Top films. Back to the Future. I would put sort of Star Wars, the original Star Wars trilogy, in there as kind of one film. Indiana Jones, definitely. I love Indiana Jones. Other films. It's always one of those things where you just like... It's hard to think of stuff, like when you think of all the films you've watched and all the films in the world. But I'm generally a huge fan of 80s movies, stuff I saw when I was growing up. Action movies, things like that, and there's lots and lots of movies that have sort of touched me, especially over the years, and you know, hopefully I'll be able to come up with a few of them. But it's very tricky to do that. Like, it's okay, it's fine. I used to be on the spot. But yeah, I would say like the stuff that I could watch over and over again, like Pulp Fiction, another amazing film. Blade Runner is up there for me, but doesn't quite get into my top 20. I really enjoyed the recent Blade Runner 2049. I really enjoyed that, by the way. That was super. I felt that was very faithful and very atmospheric. Yeah. Boring, so you got to drink in the atmosphere and enjoy the sound, that sort of thing. It's a feeling movie. more than a like stuff happening movie. Mad Max 2, Mad Max Fury Road. I'm going to put those in the same sentence because they're basically the same movie. But you know, Mad Max 2 and Mad Max Fury Road. Fury Road is amazing. If you want things to happen in your movie, then Fury Road is for you. I think taking Talking to the Building, long enough. Just enjoy it. I didn't. To be honest, I've seen it once in the cinema, and I did not find that at all. Like I didn't find it drag at all. I just really enjoyed the sights and the sounds of it all, and just drink it. It's a film you can just sit there and drink in. I'm a big fan of films with atmosphere, you know, which are all like about sort of feeling and about like putting across a place and a time, and you know. Original Total Recall is definitely one of my favourite movies. I think it's my favourite Arnold movie, actually. By far, it's actually my favourite Arnold movie. Definitely. Just because it's super interesting, it's super weird, it's got that Paul Verhoeven feel to it. And I like it. I actually like it over RoboCop, you know. When you think RoboCop is that definitive, like, Paul Verhoeven movie, I like Total Recall a lot better, actually, strangely. Just it's got everything in it. It's got a bit of intrigue, a little bit of weird stories, plot stuff, and a little bit of a question at the end. And also it's an Arnie movie, so you've got an Arnold Schwarzenegger performance in the middle of it, of all of that, which just makes it really weird. Like if you had someone if you didn't have Arnie in that movie, it would be nowhere near as good. It really wouldn't. And yeah, it's just an Arnold performance just makes every movie interesting. When you're talking about things like Predator and like Terminator, but yeah. And we're not talking about like I know Arnold Schwarzenegger films. I think things like Junior and Twins sort of on the bottom of the scale there. But you know. Then Arnie can do some good funny stuff as well. Like Kindergarten Cop's really good, and Last Action Hero is fantastic. And yeah, it's all, you know, pretty cool. I have to say, I do like a lot of Arnie's films. I have to say, Commando, incredible film, one of my favourite movies. Commando is really a weird one, really. I haven't seen it nearly as much as I've seen things like Predator and Total Recall and things like that. So I'm going to put myself down a little bit. My hair's just popping off the top of the frame there a little bit, so... Commando's amazing. Commando's like I don't know, some weird force of nature. It's like if I lied. It's full of amazing one-liners, and yeah, just the perfect Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is Commando. Or Predator. Predator is also a perfect Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. It's got a little bit more. It's less kind of comedic, but you know, when I think of the Total Recall remake, I have not watched it. I took one look at it and went, that looks like just trash and boring, and I just went, I was going through a phase of remakes and reimaginings and reboots. Just at that point it was really like, oh, what are they going to do next? Oh, they did RoboCop. Oh, they did Total Recall. Oh, they did what? Just loads and loads of crap, and they're all crap, and they're literally all just like trash-made movies, just made to like just cash in on a name. But there have been some really great things that have come out of that kind of culture, like Blade Runner 2049 and Mad Max Fury Road, and also most recently Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance, which is also awesome. Yeah, don't see it. It was trash. Yeah, I don't think I need to. Like, I don't need, you don't need another Total Recall. You really don't. Yeah. Long and boring, but look nice. Yeah, so lots of computers, lots of... when you top 10 worst films ever, wow. And I find it hard to, like, think about a worst films list, because... what have I seen that I really hated, that I thought was really boring? Or really rubbish? Because I find it quite easy to be entertained by most movies. And I can look at something and say, that's bad. Like, I could say one of the worst films I've ever seen was the Wicker Man remake with Nicolas Cage. But I can also watch that film and have a whale of a time watching Nicolas Cage scream about bees and run around in a bear suit, karate kicking people. You know, it's... You can look for... you can look for enjoyment in... Find something to enjoy in many, many different movies. I like movies that are entertaining for any reason. Bad Lieutenant, that was a remake, which they Nicolas Caged, and it was really good because Nicolas Cage was crazy in it, and he's always best when he's super crazy. So yeah, what if we put Nicolas Cage in a film where he constantly does drugs and hallucinates? Yeah, sign me up. Perfect. And I go, well, it's not blown me away. It's not like, you know, if you just want to watch Nicolas Cage, you just watch Face Off or something, right? Yeah. But, I mean, I have to say, I definitely would say, like, a Pulp Fiction is firmly in my top 20. Absolutely. I think it's hard with top 20s like that because, like, I would only be able to really put one Arnie film in there. I'd only be able to put, like, one of the main trilogies. Cause I'd just, like, end up just trying to squash things in too much. It's all good for Cage mid 2000. Yeah. He's a classic actor. You know, well, I'm gonna say he's a classical actor or a classic actor, but he's a legendary actor. You know. But, you know, Nicolas Cage, great actor. Oh, and me and my friend went through we watched Twin Peaks The Return, and then also went on a binge of watching David Lynch films, and we saw, what was it? Not Leaving Las Vegas. Is it Leaving Las? No, it's not Leaving Las Vegas. Oh, God, what's the one he's in with Laura Dern? I can't even remember the name of the movie. That's how... It escapes me. Great movie. Laura Dern being really, really hot, and Nicolas Cage not being, well, being pretty... That movie also had Willem Dafoe in it as, like, a really... Yeah, look up Wild at Heart. It's one of David Lynch's more linear movies. Easier to watch, but still has had, like, a bunch of Lynchian stuff in it. Great. It's about a love story. That's it. Wild at Heart. Forbidden Love. Yeah, do look that up. Get me talking about the 80s, then I can just go off on one. Like, The Goonies is one of my favourites as well. Goonies, an amazing film. New series. Absolutely love what they did with the new series. It was really, really wonderful and totally faithful. Mulholland Drive is tricky because you have to, like, you have to look at it in a certain way, and it's one of those films that you're supposed to really think about, and it does not give you anything at all on a plate. It gives you everything that you need to understand it. It doesn't give you everything on a plate. Excuse me. My preview's all messed up. It doesn't give you anything on a plate, but as long... I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but what it generally is, it's about it's about the Hollywood dream and the realities that go along with it, basically. And that's all I'm going to say about it, without going super deep into it, really. Because if we did go into, like, super deep with it, then it would take a long time. But the thing is, Mulholland Drive was the first David Lynch film I saw, and I was just really drawn in by it. You know, it's a wonderful little puzzle to solve, and it's also, like, a very emotionally effective film. Like, David Lynch has this way of, like, you don't need to know anything about exactly what's going on in a scene at all to really just to be affected by it. And he has a wonderful way of like manipulating emotions very, very well. If you thought Mulholland Drive was quite random, just watch the season 3 of Twin Peaks, and yeah, that's random. In the same way, there's nothing, I don't think there's anything random about it. It's very, very Mulholland Drive is about exploring someone's psyche. It's about someone's journey to like find a reason to live in a horrible life, and it ends up being that way. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's absolutely beautifully shot. Lynch is brilliant though. He's like, because he started out as a painter, so every frame's like a painting to him. It's you know. So even if you don't understand what's going on in a David Lynch film, which you probably won't straight away, it's like, you know, you're still going to be affected by what happens on screen. What's Black 47 Quack? Black 47, what's it about? Sorry, I was on a rant about movies then, David Lynch movies. Slave in the Eye. Oh, okay. Wow. It sounds heavy. It sounds heavy. One kind of okay. When's it set? Oh, it's a new film. Okay, cool. I might have to check it out. A long time ago. Okay, fair enough. So it's not like the IRA or anything. Okay. I think I'll check it out. Yeah, well, but it must be well before that. Sorry, I say that because I've been watching Peaky Blinders, and there's a lot of that in there. There you know. Oh no, it would have been a long time ago. Speaking of Peaky Blinders, has anybody been watching Peaky Blinders? I watched the entirety of the first like 4 seasons a couple weeks ago, and then we've been watching the new season. So I'm kind of itching to talk about that. I don't want to spoil anybody too much, but. You watched the first season? Okay. I'd say the first and second season are the best of the show so far. And third season's still really good. And it's sort of like just declining. So it's that point where it's hit its 5th season and things are starting to just... It's one of those things where like everything feels like really removed from where it started. And I don't know. I'm not super enjoying it yet. Not yet, anyway. But we'll see. 3 episodes in and I'm not quite enjoying it yet, so you know. That's alright, Susie. It's all on Netflix right now, I think, so you can just binge it if you want. They drag out because of the actors, yeah. I don't feel like Peaky Blinders ever like really dragged things out. I think it's more the fact that everything has to keep escalating every year. You know, they have to get more and more powerful, or they have to have more going on, and of course there's different things going on, and yet the same things are going on. They're being attacked by someone, and there's some sort of intrigue, and they have a plan, and it's a weird thing where it becomes a bit of a parody of itself, you know. So you know what this person's going to do, you know what that person's going to do. And it's all extremely well acted, you know. Cillian Murphy is just amazing in that role, even if he does whisper a lot. But like they turn into their own memes kind of thing. Cillian Murphy, Tommy Shelby mumbles a lot. Arthur beats someone up who he probably shouldn't beat up, or kill someone. And you know, other people just are just sort of weird and standoffish for no particular reason, because they're dumb or stupid, or they have to be because of the plot. And it's turned into that kind of show, I feel. But at this point, you know, I watched like 24 episodes of it so far, 27 episodes of it so far, so I'm kind of invested. You've got to see how it ends. Really, I thought that those 2 seasons as like a whole were just really like perfect, pretty damn good, I was so into it at that point. I was really binge watching it at that point. And then I got into season 3, and it's sort of like a bit of a cut-off point, and then it turns into a season where it's just, okay, these are the new guys that you got to beat, and then you beat those, and then next season's the new guys you got to beat. It did take a long time to come to Netflix, I think, but I don't know about that actually, really. I just started watching it a couple of weeks ago, so yeah, give it a go, Susie Fox. Give it a go. It's good. Did anybody watch Dark Crystal, the new Dark Crystal? Come on, somebody must have. Now with 24 is a show I never got into. Never quite. I think I watched the 2nd season of it when it was on. I never, like, it didn't, like... It was one of the first shows I watched where they had like an actual like season-long arc of something, you know? Like where it was just one big long story, and it wasn't just, you know, baddie of the week stuff. And 24's gimmick was really fun. Was that, yeah, it was 24 hours. It was Jack Bauer's bad day, and yeah, I did like that, but it didn't like hold me into, like, it didn't really carry me into the next season. I go, okay, that happened, cool, and I just didn't pick it up next year. No, want to though. Good. You should totally watch Dark Crystal. You should totally watch Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance. You really should. Please watch it. It's really, really good. It's really, really good. I won't spoil it for anybody here, but it's just a wonderful, not reimagining. It's just so faithful and so like heartfeltly. It's so earnestly made and so well made as well, with all this kind of like not the original puppets obviously, but just with absolutely really faithful puppets. I don't know. I made a little video talking about it, so that'll turn up on the channel at some point. Have I played Dishonored? Yes, I have, a little bit, for a few hours. Thank you, Christopher. Hello, thank you. DS9 was a good show. I wouldn't say it was the first show to do serialized stories, because Babylon 5 existed at that time. And if you like DS9, you should watch Babylon 5, because DS9 is Babylon 5, you know. Amazing, finish it. Yeah, I will do at some point. I will do. It's one of those ones that I keep picking up, and I haven't picked it up for a while, but I picked it up and played for an hour, and it's okay. It's not kind of quite holding me, you know, enough to like sit down and just bash through the rest of it. So, I mean, recently I've been playing. What I played through? I played through The Witcher 3. Played through most of The Witcher 3. What else did I play? I played through Zelda Breath of the Wild. which is an incredible game. Bioshock or Dishonored is best game. I don't know, Quack. They're very similar. They're very similar kinds of games, I think. But yeah. I also played through Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh, Christopher, yeah. Well, somebody, you know, complimented my makeup. Feeling good today. So... DS9 is the best Trek, yeah. Absolutely. I'm going to say that, yeah, I'd agree with that. DS9 was more about telling like long stories with the characters. Like Gul Dukat is one of the best characters in sci-fi ever. And Garrick is really good. The way Cisco's journey is pretty good as well. And I just think it's a really, really great, forum where they did lots and lots of character studies and lots of like, you know, whereas in other tracks it doesn't feel like, even in like TNG, which is generally thought of as the best trek in terms of like the classic exploring and Monster of the Week stuff. Like I think TNG's got the best captain, but DS9, like I say, is much better with the characters and things actually mattering to them, you know, and them actually changing over the course of the series is where it works very well. But then again, watch Babylon 5. My God, it's amazing. So if you haven't seen Babylon 5, you should watch it. First 4 seasons of Babylon 5 are just a masterclass in sci-fi. It's so good, and especially characters. All the characters in Babylon 5 are really, really great. You're all just start rooting for them, and like root for them really wholeheartedly as well. And I got really into Babylon 5 when I watched it. It's no SGU. I'm not sure what that is. DS9 documentary last. I think I might have to watch that actually. Stargate. Oh, cool. It's SG1. Right. Okay. You mean SG1 or is the SGU a different one? Because I know Stargate SG1 is also a very good sci-fi show. And with some awesome characters and stuff like that. So, it's a Stargate Universe. I haven't seen any Stargate Universe. I've only seen some episodes of... Oh, okay. Really, Christopher? Yeah, that was the largest scale battles they did on Star Trek, I think. Hi, Jay McIntyre. How you doing? It's raw and gritty. Yeah, I might have to check that out. I don't know if I think I've heard of it before, but Stargate was one of the ones I never really dove into, I suppose. I'm very good, thank you, Jay McIntyre. Very good. Okay, Christopher. The Netflix stuff is the Blu-ray recordings, isn't it? And I was actually disappointed with the TNG ones because they went back and redid all of the ship scenes that they used to do with miniatures. And I started watching it on Netflix and I went, wow, these Blu-ray miniatures look really, really good. Oh my God. And then I found out that they just replaced them all with CG. So I'm a little bit disappointed with that. It's a little bit like disillusioned, let's say. You want to see my outfit tonight? I have a little dress on. It was a present, and I don't know. I did have a different hair on. I had my little pink hair on, and then I just thought I really, really want to have this hair on a Hangout stream. And by that point it was about 10 to 9 and there was no time to figure out a new outfit. So we're gonna... I'll just show you. Here we are. A nice little dress on today. And this is like my new favourite dress. I feel very good in this. I feel very thin. I feel very nice. And yeah. Look better with this wig. Okay, quack reject. Thank you. This is more the Nikki Nicole thing, right? The big hair. I thought it was too blonde for this. Actually, it's like a bit bright on my... I feel like I'm blowing myself out a little bit. There you go, it's a little bit better. There you go. Yeah, that means too many tones. Yeah, I think, but with the white dress, if you just got a pure white dress and like very minimal other, like I don't have any bangles on. I didn't even put bangle on. The white, I kind of always want to do like a contrasting colour with the hair. So, hi Rider Fighter, I'm doing well. How are you? But yeah, this is going to be shooting a nice photo set with this hair tomorrow, so I'm going to really enjoy that. Thank you, Susie Fox. Do I ever do makeup tutorials? I don't, because I don't know. I've got like one look that I alter and change for most things. Do you, Christopher? That's good. Not too blonde, but it's cool. That's it. I mean, this isn't the dress I would actually pick to wear with this hair. It's just that I had the other outfit, I had the other hair on. And like I said, I thought, why am I not showing off my new hair? And, you know, mega filth, but I changed clothes into white dresses. Still me underneath. But this isn't necessarily the the arena for that. How are you, Rider Fighter? Oh, it's warm in this room. I'm just going to open my door a little bit and see if we can get a little bit of air coming through. So one thing about my new bedroom is, like, my new flat is super warm. It's super warm in here. Like, it's not even like hot outside at all, and it's still like boiling hot in here. So I apologise, it might be a little bit echoey for a second, but you know. Much more conservative than yours today. Well, mine's, I was going to go for the pretty thing. I don't know if I'm going to do like a shoot in this dress. But, nice place to show. I'm definitely going to go out in this dress next time I go out. What do you think? Should I pair this? Should I do this hair with this dress when I go out next? Just do this outfit. I think that'd be fun. What do you guys think? Thank you, Quack. Might make it easy to look better. Well, webcams are very forgiving. I'll tell you that. They're very forgiving. If there's an outfit and a look from all the looks that you've done in the past up until now, which one are your favourites? It is hard to say. It's hard to say because I'm always moving forward, right? I'd always get like a new thing or a new wig or a new dress or something, and I go, no, this is the new greatest thing ever. So I always feel like my most recent stuff is my favourite. Usually. There's some classic stuff that I've enjoyed in the past. But it's hard to say. If I wanted to go through, I'd have to go through my stuff to remind me. I definitely feel like I've done like really big hair now. I've done really big hair, and now I'm more interested in bringing back stuff like this. So this is still big hair, but nowhere near as big or crazy as I have been doing. Oh, thank you, Susie Fox. Well, there are some things I don't look great in, I have to say. There are some things I don't look great in. But everyone does, you know. Everybody has that. But I think my favourite, literally my favourite look actually recently has been my little swimsuit one. In the like the, what is it, the cheetah print or leopard print like swimsuit recently. That's definitely my most famous, my most favourite recent one. And also the little black dress one's really good. The Alice in Wonderland look I did, I really love that. I think that's so cute and so silly and so like drag and sort of like what's the word, I wouldn't say cartoonish, it's hard to, but like I feel that's like it's a look I'm really proud of. Going back, also the blue leopard print bodysuit with the big hair, that's also one of my favourites. The Valentine's look I did this year, I felt so amazing when I did that. The princess look as well, my god, I love that. And going back through, if I'm going to take like a classic one that I felt was a real favourite, I think it's going to have to be way before I got the tits, actually. Let's come back. What's the load? I know, there's just so many. God, I've done tons. Oh, thank you, Helena. Goes through the same thing, it shows you getting better and better with time. Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like there's always the next thing. And it's usually when I get like a new piece of hair, strangely, is when it triggers my, oh, this is another level kind of thing. Not like another level, like just more about chipping away at the stone as to what I want to find and what I want to do next. How much did I pay for my breast forms and from where? I have 2 sets of boobs. One is from boobsshop.com, that's boobs shop, that's boobs, and then with 2 S's. Yeah, boobshop.com. And they were an F size. They're a lot better now, those ones that you can get on the site. I got them when they were sort of like just starting up, so they're not amazing. They look really good on cam, but they don't feel like realistic at all. I don't think I'd go out in them. And the other pair I have is from it's a shop on AliExpress called Roanya. So that was and yeah. So go to AliExpress. I've got boobs on the brain. It's totally normal for me. So search for that on AliExpress, and you'll find like a pair. I've got like a G-cup pair that cost me about £190, so £200 roughly, 200 quid. But if you want like a pair of if you want a breastplate, then that's basically as little as you're gonna pay, really. Honestly, the sky's the limit with breastplates, really. That's what you have. Okay, that's it. But those are definitely. I'm getting another pair sent to me, a sponsored pair that I will be sporting when they arrive. So I'll definitely get you onto those. It's from oh god. I'll look up the link later on. But I'll be sporting those next time, so you can ask me about them then. But yeah, I'm doing my first endorsement soon, so that should be fun. Do I critique other drag or CD looks? I can do. I don't know if I'm like don't know if I'm like an actual authority on it. I can give people pointers and advice, but I don't. I want to be like generally like really supportive, and I want people to do what they want to do, as much as they can. No, it's forbidden. It's forbidden. You're not allowed. Say what you think, Nikki. But you know, I'm never gonna be nasty, of course. If you're talking about like drag or CD looks, like makeup looks or something like that, I wouldn't say that I am a super authority on makeup. I can try and give you pointers and things. You know, I'm not allowed to say what I think. It's 2019. Oh, you're right. You're right. I don't like I always thought like the idea was to support each other. So I absolutely hate the idea of bitching about people, or bitching to people, or bitching at people. I don't like it. It's probably why I'm so quiet on social media or whatever. It's because I just don't like complaining about stuff, or you know, being bitchy. With the Romania, how do you deal with how hot temperature wise they are to wear? Don't wear them in the heat. That's my advice. Basically, that's all I can do. I wore mine for quite a long time the other day, and wow, sometimes you feel a drip of sweat like come down the back, and you know it's time to take them off. Okay, Christopher, yeah, go for it. Yeah. No, absolutely, I would happily. If anybody wants to post their Instagrams, I'll happily give them a follow. I haven't done that one for a while. But yeah, there's too many. I hate the fact, you know, like on the one hand, you think, okay, well, they're drag queens, so therefore they should be bitchy. But on the other hand, you know, we're all sisters. I think exactly. I believe in that. But yeah, so if you want me to critique, I will be very, very tactful and nice, which is good. I will say how I think you can improve things. I won't sit there and go, that sucks at all. You live in Arizona? Well, I don't know how to help you. I'm sorry. Only wear them in the winter. I will say about the boobshot.com ones is that they are they're not like a full back breastplate, and they're a lot better to wear because they're only the front. Yeah, so you screwed 9 months out of the year. That's unfortunate, Christopher. I know. It's a very warm place. But no, living in this place, it's not even hot outside, and it's boiling hot in here, so I'm kind of glad I didn't wear my boobs today. Yeah, you're right. I don't think drag queens should be elitist at all. That's not a drag queen problem. That's a human problem. That's just the same problems as everybody else, unfortunately. It's because I'm so hot. Oh no, I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if I'm giving off this amount of heat. It's weird because this room happens to be like just the bedrooms are carpeted, and they're boiling hot. Did you cut your breast forms? Oh, right, okay. Did you cut your... Well, let's say you got the Romania breasts. I actually cut the neck off them. Thank you, Quack. I did end up I cut the neck off mine because I don't think it... I would rather have a collar and a necklace or something around it. You know... Oh right, okay. You ended up what did you like? Cut a hole in them around the back. Okay, thanks, Christopher. I won't give you a public read. Is that what you say? You read? Here's my Instagram. I won't give you a public read, but I'll reply to that. Yeah, 2 cutouts on the back. It is tricky though, isn't it? Because like as soon as you start cutting them, I feel like they'll start splitting in other places, and I don't want to mess with them too much, but they're going to split whatever happens. So really too, yeah, that's it. Definitely, I would rather have a seam around here that you can cover up rather than a seam up here which is like really obvious as soon as literally the instant like you go like that or somebody looks underneath you. Chokers over the edge of the neck. Okay, that's it. But I say like the one that I got, like the neck came right up to the ears and around the back, which is cool. But then also it comes around to there. And I've seen some people with some really great ones, like James Mansfield has really great breast forms, which is super matched to her skin, and you can, and the seam is like really tapered in, but you can still see it. And like I kind of go, I'd rather go for bang on, like super convincing, cover up all the seams, than like worry, then have like it look great most of the time and then mess up, you know. And also I would say for when I was just shooting photos, that would be fine because you could just shop all that and sort it out. But now I'm shooting video as well, like I want it to make it as easy as possible and as like safe as possible, like the same as if I was going out. So I much prefer having things around the collar and covering them up. Okay. Did that work for you, Christopher? Still with the heat? Like I say, it was the back that gets sweaty. Emily Caldwin, who's that? I don't know her. Oh right, okay. But Emily Caldwin's style, how do you mean? Getting the right skin tone. Susie Fox, it is really hard, especially with the cheaper ones. You don't have those options. So I'm lucky, as in that if I get like a normal like skin tone, it kind of just works. Like mine aren't matched perfectly for me, but on a camera, like anything, you know, anything that basically has like doesn't have like HDR or anything like that, like a high dynamic range or anything like that, then it will just be fine anyway. Have you ever been hit on by Count Dankula? No, I'm sorry, Bonto Max. Why is he coming? I think so, but it's in 115 lately. Oof. Yeah, it's got to be in Arizona in summer, right? Pretty warm. Oh, okay. Well, he hasn't been around here, but if I see him, I'll let you know. Boob shops do match to MAC foundation. They match to a weird MAC palette though, which is not quite like, if you go on the MAC website and you try and order some foundation, you will not get the same colour palette as she gives you. So you have to then sort of match it to whatever your MAC foundation actually is. And, you know, so... But yeah, like I ended up taking a bit of a guess. I actually went in halves for my first breastplate with somebody, and then we shared it. So I actually picked something that was in between our colour, our matching. And I'm weird, like I have like a slightly yellow tint to my skin a lot of the time, and so like you don't see a lot of stuff that matches for that. A lot of stuff matches for more pink or tan skin. But I've got olive skin, so it's, unless I have like any kind of tan, it's like kind of yellowish. So, you know. But yeah, like you're gonna get like a better match with the boob shot ones, definitely. I will say that. And their new ones look really good as well. Like they finally started putting like filling them with silicone, and so they feel good. And the way I like the shape of them. They have a nice teardrop shape to them. So I might get like another pair of Fs at some point. Not at the moment, because I'm already going to have like 3 pairs of tits, and I'm getting a nice set being sent to me. So wow, it's down to 98 degrees. The heat finally broke. Yeah, sad when 98 is cool. I've been to Florida a few times, and I enjoy Florida because A, the heat, and B, everywhere in hot places in America has air conditioning. So you spend your time walking in. When you get too hot, you walk into the cold, and when you get too cold, you walk back out into the heat. And I kind of really like that. So you're always sort of walking into something that you enjoy. But I guess, I don't know, if you have like lots of aircon in your place or whatever. Finally, September. It's been really hot here as well, actually, strangely. It's been like a very nice British summer, even though, and a very hot British summer, even though I feel too hot in this place to dress up. So I'm kind of glad it's autumn now. Have you been to Old Town Slingshot thing? I'm not sure what you mean, Quack. You mean in Florida? It's important to layer your clothing in Vegas for that very reason. Yeah, I imagine so. I imagine it gets real hot in the daytime there. I have not been to the Old Town Slingshot thing in Florida. I've literally only been... I've been to Orlando a few times, and we've never really gone outside of Orlando. We've only just done like International Drive and Universal Studios and all that, and do the parks. Even trailer parks are basically, yeah. So... Human slingshot, okay. I've seen one of those on International Drive, definitely. And I look at those and I go, no. Or one of the ones that just go like, right up in the air and you bounce about in them. Whoa, too much for me. It's crazy. The last time I was in Florida, like I started almost passing out on roller coasters. I used to love roller coasters. And then I started passing out. I think I gave myself a concussion off one of the rattly ones. I went on the Kraken at SeaWorld, like just one too many times, because that's a rattly roller coaster. And I think I gave myself a little concussion. I had no idea. It's just that when I was going on rides afterwards, I would just start to like get tunnel vision, and I almost passed out on one of the rides, I think. It was real scary. I kept going on roller coasters. And then we went to Busch Gardens, right? We went to Busch Gardens at the end of the holiday, and I was just afraid to go on your roller coasters in Busch Gardens, so I was a little disappointed, even though it was a nice day out. I have a feeling I gave myself a concussion or something, definitely. So yeah, don't ride on the very shaky roller coasters too many times, because you might ruin the rest of your holiday. Although I could go on the Manta at SeaWorld like over and over again, it was great, you know. The furthest west I've been is Florida. Yeah, that's it. Florida. Pretty much it. Busch Gardens is great. It's really good. I saw the cheetahs came out and ran, and we saw that, and I tried to take photos of it because I'm an idiot. And just had a photo of a cheetah coming into frame and one leaving the frame, you know. Really, CG? Really, Christopher? Well, the thing is, on roller coaster, it's all about going up and down, isn't it? And it's all about being exposed to very different things to you're actually exposed to in a car. But don't race on the freeway illegally. It's not very. It's you might die. Alright. Okay, Christopher, got your message. I will totally give you a rundown afterwards. Okay. Ever do the Haunted Mansion Disneyland? I know, I never have. Like, I've been 3 times in the last like 3 or 4 years. We went to Greece this year, but 2018, 2017, 2016, we went to Florida, and we only went to Disney in 2016 because we got Disney tickets, and then we went. You know, okay, we went to Epcot. Epcot was nowhere near as good as I remember. It kind of sucked. And then we excuse me, let me put that on silent. And then we did Hollywood Studios. What used to be MGM Studios. We did Hollywood Studios for the morning, and it was just a morning there. Really, it feels like Hollywood Studios feels like a really small park. It feels like a really small park. Like, especially even though I went there like 25 years ago, and it was still the same size. You know, they barely like done anything to it at all. We didn't go on the Tower of Terror. We went on the Aerosmith ride, which was amazing, and we went on Star Tours again because you got to go on Star Tours. And then we went to the Magic Kingdom for the afternoon for the parade, and went on Space Mountain, and that was it. Like, we didn't feel like doing any more Disney at all, even though we spent like loads of money on the tickets. So there was Disney World is for taking the kids to, really, I think, or if you really love Disney stuff, it's great. Videos, awesome, great. I could go. We went there over and over again, basically. All the parks, the 2 parks, the Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. But yeah, I super enjoyed that, and thanks to Universal Studios, I discovered Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville and the perfect margarita. So who's more evil, Palpatine or Mickey? I watched a video earlier on where someone was saying, no, Palpatine's not so bad. I was like, well, did I get an indie hat? I didn't know, I'm afraid. The trouble is, you can't, buying a fedora nowadays. I don't know. I think it's sort of a fashion faux pas now, isn't it? It seems like it anyway. Even if it's a brown Indiana Jones fedora, Oh, thank you, Helena. That's another thing. I'm gonna do a Disney print, not a. I think I might do. I was gonna get like a new dress to wear with this hair. Like, I'm gonna do like a proper Hollywood blonde thing, and I'm waiting for this dress to arrive. And and it's not arrived yet, and I'm really annoyed. And I have to shoot tomorrow because I have to make sure I have something for the Patreon. And if I don't get that tomorrow, I'm probably going to do like a princess look, I think. I want to do a princess look. I've got a nice red dress with jewels and the big blonde hair, so I'm going to do that. That'd be great. Like Elsa? I don't know. I'm not like it wouldn't be any particular Disney princess, but I'm gonna like try and embody that spirit and just do the big dress and the big hair again, because I miss doing that. And hopefully it's not too hot. But yeah, I've got a nice big red quinceanera dress that you may have seen before, but I haven't really done a lot with it. And of course I've got my big princess hair and a nice tiara. So we're going to work with that. A different tiara might be good, but I don't have time to sort that out. So hopefully my dress arrives tomorrow. Hi, Donna Nicole Myers. I definitely want to visit San Francisco. Absolutely. I would love to do a road trip from New York to San Fran and just have all my dressing stuff in the trunk ready to get to San Francisco. So Off-shoulder dress, long sleeve. I was looking for stuff like that. And then I felt like I wanted to go more contemporary with it. So it's much more like it's a very satiny, shimmery dress. But I want to like be a little bit more modern with it. You don't like San Francisco? Oh, I have no idea whether it's good or not. But I do know that it's a very, very spiritual place to go to if you're one of the LGBT community. So I would love to go there. Stop by Reno on your road trip. Well, why not? Yeah. Why not? But yeah, I think at some point in my life, I don't know if it'll happen when I'm still hot, but you know. The only thing I actually know about San Francisco nowadays is that it's expensive. You know. And unfortunately, we live in a time where prejudice is still very, very prevalent and very public. So I don't know what it's like anymore. I'd still like to visit though. And I've always liked America for some reason anyway. It's sad that we're in that kind of time now. It's awful. Dirty city now, needles everywhere. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, very accepting. Okay. Well, you know, maybe. I think, weirdly, I really like San Francisco because of Dirty Harry, strangely. I really like a little bit of sleaze in my cities. I live in London now, so there's plenty of sleaze here. But I like a little bit. I like a few neon lights and, you know. Like I say, yeah. Be prepared, the hills are steep. It's alright, I've got calves of steel. Thank you very much. Calves of steel. But yeah, San Fran. Yeah, I'll have a go. It's you know, if you're visiting somewhere, you rarely see. I wouldn't say you rarely see. If you're visiting somewhere, you seem less likely to see like the underbelly of wherever you are, and you see sort of more of the tourist kind of attractions and things. So that's a thing. Anyway, we've got a few new people come in. So we are CG, Helena, Donna. Welcome. But yeah, I would love to travel to San Fran. Maybe in the next few years. We'll see. But yeah, I know I've never gone and had to explain away rest forms and things like that. But I've never actually dressed up in another country, so really annoying. I've got to do it. It's got to be done. You know, I've got to get out on the town in San Francisco or something. Like I literally have had my bag searched by coming back from France. Okay, Helena. Nice, okay. Golden Gate Park, yeah, of course you got it. Nice, Christopher. That's one thing about the US, like having a big continent, living on a big continent, is that you can just go on road trips. And I love the idea of going on road trips. I don't feel like road trips are any good in Britain, because I don't feel like there's a lot that I want to see in Britain at all. You know. Walk across it. Well, yeah, walk across the Golden Gate Bridge. That's what you got to do. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I don't feel that clearly people are just going to say, well, there's of course there's plenty of amazing places in Britain to go, but living here, I just want to go somewhere else, you know. There's a roundabout in Goa where cows get stuck, and outside this hill steak sandwiches. Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. Sorry, I'm just digging this tune now. Yeah, okay, that's it. The hill where you can see the Golden Gate. There's like tons and tons of like stock footage and famous like, not famous, but photos and things. It seems like the one that everybody takes, and I want to do that. Road trips also better in a performance car, probably. Yep, miles between towns, so it's perfect for road trips, really. Whereas if you go on a road trip in Britain, you just sit on a motorway in a traffic jam for 4 hours, and then go into a travel lodge. It's not very romantic, really. Is there a Wild West Madame shoot you've done that I've witnessed? No, because this would be great hair. I'm actually having a weird problem with this hair right now. Oh, okay. Do you want a road trip? If not, maybe, yeah. Yeah, to a chip, exactly, quack, exactly. I don't know if that's the word I'd use, but, you know, gypsies is the right one. You said like a Wild West, like a cowgirl shoot. This hair would just go great with that. Oh my goodness. I'm actually having a weird problem with, I've thought up too many outfits for this hair now, and I kind of don't, on my Patreon, like I've had like a loose, soft rule that I have another 3 that I preview and then people vote on and post. So I never want to have like the same hair in each of those, in like 2 of those 3 sets. Although by the time I get to shoot all these outfits with it, so nice, Christopher. You sound like you're a car enthusiast. So enjoy your big American car. I'm sure it goes very fast in a straight line. And that's awesome. God, no, so many drop frames. But no, I'm not. I'm only breaking your balls. It's okay. But yeah, I don't know. This hair gives me so many possibilities. Like, you get like something like this, and you realise that you wanted it all along, and I've been trying to do various different bits and pieces with it around this, and thinking I want big hair, I want that, and then actually I just put this on, and I go, oh my god, I can do movie star, I could do cowgirl, could do like sort of New Jersey, like python print top and skirt and stuff like that, and oh my god, just so many. It's better than the pink, yeah. So, and corn is good for corners too. That's all right then, Christopher. Good. Okay, Donna. So, well, if you live in San Fran and you like it, then awesome. That's great. I mean, it's like anywhere, like any big city. You've got to know where to go, you know, and you've got to know where not to go, and that's one of the best rules, right? Pink had blonde fringe. I don't know. It doesn't. Let me grab it. Where did I put it? Oh. It's the pink hair, so it's got like a. Might have a little bit of makeup on it, but it's sorry, breaking the illusion here. It's the back of my head now. There you go. But no, it's got different kinds of pink in it, but it's definitely rooted pink. Black, there you go. That's been my go-to hair for a long time now. Actually, it's really, really nice. I really like that hair. It's cute and it's easy to throw on, and you can be cute and nice. So, my one is. Thank you very much, darling. I do enjoy it. Cool place. Have you been, Susie? Awesome. But that's, it's like a spiritual place for LGBT people. So, LGBTQIA plus people. So it's definitely worth a pilgrimage to go to. Definitely, I think. Cowgirl, I want to think of you out here in the Wild West. Okay, well, yeah. I do a cowgirl in this, definitely. There's just so much, I'm thinking of like, not Calamity Jane, like cowgirl shorts. Easy to do, right? It's just sort of the top that has to be like totally in it. Excuse me. Bellstar and Oakley, yeah, kind of like that. Absolutely. I definitely look to them for inspiration. But yeah, I mean, this hair could totally be, yeah. I don't know, it just fills so many roles that I might just be wearing this forever. How to get my eyelashes so straight? How do you mean, like... They are false eyelashes, clearly. How do I get them on? What you do is you put the glue on nice and thin, and use a pair of tweezers on the middle, and you pop it, you line it up in the middle as you want, stick the middle down, and then you do the rest, basically. If you're asking how I apply them, how I get them so straight, thinner eyelashes are often better and way easier to put on. So you've got to find like a balance between stuff that's going to show and like stuff that's going to pop like these do. And also, I put a little bit of mascara through them as well, just to keep them a bit longer. You always go far left. I started off by doing tweezers on the inside and fingers on the outside, and then going like that. But like the more stuff you have going around your face and more hands you have around, the harder it is to see yourself in the mirror. So it's better to just have like a tweezer on the top, and then just literally like have it above your eye there, and then you can look down and get it right. Also, the secret is try and trim them down to a good length as well. But I always feel bad trimming them down, because I always feel like they lose like a lot of volume and things, but it really is better for them to match your eye, and it's better for them to look right than look big, You do trim them good crack, good. It's not even too hard to trim. You don't dig in, good. And you don't want to have them like sticking like further out past your eye. I think a lot of drag queens do that, but I've never been able to really get it right, and it depends. So makeup's completely it's about balance. Like I could make my eyes bigger and more slutty, but then I have to make my lips bigger, and it's all kind of things like that. Like if these eyelashes don't if these were bigger, then they don't quite match, and they look... It's all got to be balanced, and you can only really find that by experimenting and messing around with your face. I only recently got eyebrows down. It's taken me like years to really like get eyebrows sorted. It's crazy how long it takes to really find out, because you can only add to them. Like knowing when to stop with them is really, really important, even if they don't like match perfectly. As long as they look like they are in proportion with the eye that they're above, then it's fine. You don't have to have them symmetrical or anything. Like, you find these are not like... You look at my eyebrows, they're not... They look symmetrical, but they're really not They're literally just matched to the eye, and the camera does the rest of the work. So it's hard to plug them without judgment. Yeah. How do you mean, like people like talking to you about it or noticing it? I actually pluck them a lot more than I used to when I was working. But there is a way you can... I've never been asked a question about my eyebrows, ever, about them being plucked. And it's as plain as the eyebrows on my face that I do it, and no one's ever asked me about it, ever. I don't know if that's just... I'm just lucky that way. Or I just found a way, just tidy them up. Just don't... If they're bushy, just tidy up the hairs around them. And it's okay. Yeah, and you're way overplucked. Yeah, it depends. If you like live with family or something like that, and someone's going to ask you a question. But if you like me and live on my own, and my family don't know about what I do, so well, they know I dress up like a girl. But then I worked like 4 or 5 days a week for 5 years, and no one asked me a single question about my eyebrows. Or I shave my arms as well. I always shave my arms because I'd rather have my arms shaved than be like half grown, which is way more noticeable. So if you're going to shave your arms, just shave your arms. And my thing was, if anybody ever asked me about it, which they never did, I would have just said that they grow really patchy and I don't like it. That's, really timber cover. You have the opposite problem. Maybe you should shape your eyebrows a little bit more and just capitalize on it then. Wow. There you go. You have to get like a brush and like mess them up in the morning, maybe. That's the opposite problem to what I'm having, so I wish I had that problem. Do I listen to any podcasts? I'm a big wrestling fan, so the only podcasts I really listen to are wrestling ones, like Talk Is Jericho and Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast. And they tend to be like... I tend to watch more TV, or not TV, I tend to watch more like series and films and stuff like that, and play games and watch YouTube stuff than podcasts. Plucking your eyebrows is a mental barrier, though. Yeah, it is. Like, but I mean, if you dress like, and it's unfortunately it's a fact of life. If you dress, it took me ages to get up the what's the word? The courage to shave my legs fully, shave my arms fully, and then 2 hours later, after having the bath and shaving my hair off for the first time, I laid in bed, I dressed up and I took a photo, and I laid in bed and I went, oh my god, this feels incredible. And therefore now I hate having hair. So, more of a barrier than makeup. Well, makeup you can take off. Makeup you can just put on and take off, and there doesn't have to be any evidence of it. But plucking your eyebrows is like a permanent, not even a permanent change. It's like a change that you'll make that you can't hide. So if you shave your arms or legs or whatever, you can wear long sleeves, you can wear trousers, whatever, But it's harder to hide your face, strangely, But, it's one of those things with plucking your eyebrows. Like, when you're practicing plucking your eyebrows, you want to be really timid with it anyway, because obviously you can't put them back in. And just, it's much better to practice. It feeds into it anyway. Like, when I was plucking mine, I was so afraid to do something wrong that I wouldn't go crazy and pluck them, and that actually is good for you. because you won't go ahead and pluck too much. So just like, if you're going to do it, just start off by, oh god, my stream is awful today. I'm really not happy with it at all. I'm so sorry about the stream, folks. I really don't know what it is. Like, my CPU's it's not using too much of my CPU. Let's try shutting down some programs. It's just trash today. I'm so sorry. What was I saying? Yeah, a little bit laggy. Okay, I'm just having a lot of trouble watching my own stream back. My own preview is acting real strange at the moment. So I've dropped 12.5% of all the frames I've put out today. So terrible. I don't know what it is. Like, because I can stream most of the time. It is my computer. My computer is just bottlenecking it somewhere, and I have no idea where that is. You know, eyebrows. Tips on eyebrows. Yeah, like, you want to just be real careful and just clean up the little baby hairs around it. Clean up the stuff that's in the middle. And if you really don't want to shave your eyebrows, you can shape them. You know, if you're blonde and you have light eyebrows, it's really easy just to put, you know, what's the word? I wouldn't say it's really easy, but you can use brown to like pick them out in the way you want. You can cover them with glue. I'd say it's not necessarily like a no-no. I would say if you get the right glue stick, it is okay. I prefer not to glue down my eyebrows anyway, because I feel like my brows are good. Anyway, I'm going to play with it at some point, because I really do want to do like a drag look where I do like some proper big eyebrow, like some lots of shadow, and you need to like, if you want to do like a big drag look, you kind of need to glue down your eyebrows. But I very much just learned to work with what I've got, and basically, and just like, you just need to add things to your eyebrows rather than think about taking them away. So, yeah. Paint them back on, yeah. Well, hopefully their stream's recovered from being laggy AF. We're just gonna... I think it's mainly because I haven't turned my computer off or restarted it in like 2 weeks or something, so, you know. You're playing with covering eyebrows. Have you got the proper glue stick that the Americans use? What is it? I need to find it. I don't know where it is right now. I'm going to have a quick look for it. But it's the purple stuff. You see, it's a perfect. Yeah, it's the right make. I haven't actually tried using it yet. I've tried using wax. I've tried using Pritt stick. Bad idea. But I need to try using the things. And also, like, Elders, is it Elders? Yeah, Elmer's. It's Elmer's, right? Elmer's glue. Like Elmer Fudd, yeah, that's it. So I haven't tried with that one yet. But again, that's one of those things that takes lots of practice, apparently. You know, because you're like gluing it down, and then you're tapping it down with powder, and you've got to use the right powder. I don't have any loose powder, so I just use like my translucent stuff, and because you're doing like so many layers of it, like each layer takes like a few times to master. So if you just mess up a little bit, it'll just go really nasty and gloopy, and you'll just get really annoyed. And it's one of the things you got to practice a lot before you try it. Like I've found it's a mission before. Like I've managed to get my eyebrows to an acceptable level where I could possibly like take photos with it, but I still didn't really like the shape that I gave my eyebrows. And you know, the only reason I really do it is if I want to do like a proper like bimbo look with some proper arched eyebrows, and I just want to try that once. I want to try that once and get it good. And it's too much effort for me to really like put that in my routine, but you know, but it's using two of these for webcams. I don't know if you can see that. Oh god, I need me a proper thought. Exactly, quack. That's how it's done. Neither of those are long enough, but I've literally just got 2 lamps. Make sure you get daylight bulbs that are like the right color temperature, like daylight color temperature, and away you go. Like, or you can get like a set of studio lights for not much, like 40-50 quid maybe. So, but I just use lamps with my computer because it's easy to do that, and I can leave them there. And I've got where's my little remote? I got different colours on these ones as well. So like every time I do something good on stream, we get the party going, you know, the music. My favourite colour tends to be a nice pink as well, so. But yeah. So come to my place. I got the club right here. Add at least 30 minutes to your makeup. I'm not sure if I want to add it every time. Yeah, no, not every time at all. Maybe for one look. You need a diffuse light to dampen pores. You want the softest light you can possibly get. It's a bit different for like webcam, but I still have literally a light there and a light there, you know. So it is very much flat lighting. You want to get like just search on Amazon for softbox lights, and you'll get like tons of cheap ones that like kits that cost you 30 to 50 quid that are stands with daylight bulbs and key and fill. But you could just use 2 key lights. I started off that way until I started really getting these cinches. They are a lifesaver, absolutely. Oh god, I'm sorry, my stream is really pissing me off today. I can just see it's just not very good at all. I'm apologising for that. It's not going to get better until I get a new computer, so... Why is it so bad? I swear it's my end, like the, it's my encoding or whatever. Maybe I'll just up my bitrate and see what happens there. Let's down it. We'll try that. You love wasting your corsets? Ah, yeah, I do. I have like a couple of corsets. I've got a black leather one, which is proper cinches me in for a small waist. I wouldn't wear that with skin tight stuff. I tend to wear that over stuff. But with some dresses it works because you can anything like ruched or anything that's got like a that isn't like clearly skin tight, that works with. But I've also got like a stealth corset, which I also really like, which I use a lot. I use a lot with but I tend to only do figure shaping if I'm gonna do other stuff. So I'll have like big boobs, small waist, and big hips. So I really tend to just use corsets for hourglass figure, really. If I'm in a dress like this, you know, which doesn't, you know, it's fine around here and it just feels good, you know. I don't need to like push out a womanly figure like with this dress. So Anything that makes you look like a Brigmore witch makes me happy. Good. Good. But yeah, I have to say I would like to go for like a wasp waist at some point. I need a bridal hat, like a veil. A veil. I don't know. This is more a bridesmaid dress than a bride's dress. You wear yours over as well, yeah. It depends on the outfit. Like it's like it's become my go-to for just fetish outfit. Put the corset on, and you'll get into Torture Garden, and it's been my thing. All the time I go to Torture Garden, I put the corset on, and then whatever else, and seems to work. Might do some tight lacing today. Hi Thomas Pickett, thank you so much, and hi, hello Denver, Colorado. That's what CO means, right? But yeah, maybe a bridal shoot definitely is gonna come up at some point. But for that, I need like a proper updo, like a really nice updo, and actually, my plan for my Christmas, or my winter themed outfit is like gonna be like an ice princess thing. So I'm gonna get like a blue updo and a nice blue like dress with lots of sequins and jewels and stuff in it, and I might just go for a blue bride thing as well, and to have blue hair and a bridal veil and again like a wedding dress. That'd be cool. Get a computer 2 years old, make sure it has an SSD. Yeah. Why shouldn't I get a new computer? Oh, the thing is, I would never be able to afford like a really great computer anyway, so I would just literally just go for something that can actually handle the bit rate that my stream's putting out. How many cool in the adult years? Maybe. Did you, Christopher? Did you have fun? Did you have fun? I hope you have fun. I haven't been out in ages. I'm kind of itching to do it now. So I might go out next week. I might arrange something else next week, actually. I'll see if I can arrange something else next week. You got invited to Pedestal. Nice. Club Pedestal, is that? That's one in London, isn't it? It's a British club. I can't remember. Are they dropping prices for... Yeah, I wouldn't need a computer that's any... Like, I literally just need a computer that will run, like, the amount of layers that I want to run on Photoshop and not worry about that. And also be able to stream, like, a game and, you know, something at the same time. Oh, nice, Quack Reject. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, I saw your Instagram post, Susie. Is that a really good night? Okay, cool. Was it like, is that like a trans night or a tea night, a gay night? Nice, Christopher. Oh, okay, Christopher. Maybe you can build me a computer. That'd be nice. Cool. Where is Bombshell? Trans gaming. Okay, I'd be up for that. I'd totally be up for that. I wanna go out. Because the only thing, like I say, I've been thinking of is TG, but I want to have like a night that I can go out to. And just dress a bit glam and be nice, you know. And the last time I went to Way Out, there's something not great about Way Out. Oh, Soho, okay, awesome, okay, very proper. But yeah, something I can just go out to and try and dress nice and be a little bit of a bimbo and just have some fun, really, and not be judged. Exactly. Just do what you gotta do. I will do. It is old. It is. I will do, Christopher. Actually, I'll have to look up my DX diag and see what I've got, because I actually can't remember. It is a computer I built myself years ago, actually, about 3 or 4 years ago now. So it was mid-range back then. Because I just got a new motherboard and chucked her, you know. But I don't know, maybe I'll experiment. Like, I like this hair so much that I kind of want to just wear it until I cannot wear it anymore. And you know, that's it. Way Out is fine, Donna. Way Out is not as good as it used to be. I haven't been for maybe 18 months, but last time I went it's fine. You know, like I was there with a friend and it just didn't seem too social. It seemed a bit cliquey, but then Way Out's always sort of been like that, I think. But I've had some great nights to Way Out when it was at the Assembly years ago, and after that, wherever it was after that, was pretty good. And the place it is now, what is it, the Minories? Something like that. I just feel it just didn't feel like a great night at all. Being told to get a new wig is a come on though, plumping, but it's good. Thank you. But you know, if I was going to do bimbo, I'd go out in a nice dress and this bimbo wig, just because I think it's a nice juxtaposition. I'm sure you'd agree. Glamour slut. I like that. Current Way Out venue isn't great. No, it seems weird. It seems like, I don't want to sound like, you know, disinclusive or anything like that, or exclusive, but it feels like it's just a pub that the night goes on at now, whereas Way Out used to take over the place. It feels like when you go to the Way Out club now, you've got people that go there every day, just sitting there drinking, going, oh, flipping it, the trannies are around again. That's what it felt like to me, and I didn't like that. I liked it when it was just totally like, you'd go there and you'd speak to loads of people that you didn't know, and I don't feel like it's as welcoming as it was. Wanting something more than fine. Well, Susie just said Bombshell on the Wednesday night is really good. You can go Torture Garden, and there's got to be so many nights that I don't know about. Really. But yeah, where it doesn't seem like there's anything happening when you go to Way Out, whereas I used to go to it at the Assembly and it used to be an really exciting night. But I don't know if that was me, because I was going there at the Assembly when, in the first few times that I was really coming to London and going out and staying at a hotel or staying at someone's place. And it was so exciting back then that anything was just amazing, you know. But yeah, I'm well up for going out somewhere at the moment. I think I've left it long enough that anything would be awesome. Always go for the glam slut when dressed up, then that is absolutely fine, Christopher. You do you. I tend to go for a glam slut look quite a lot of the time also, so, you know. Alternative Miss London on Sep 28th at the Way Out should be good. Okay, I'll think about that one, Susie. I'll think about that one. I don't know, I feel dodgy about going to a pageant night. I don't know, I would just feel like so bad against all the awesome girls that clearly will be there. I'd be like, I don't know if I could handle the jealousy. Do you, Christopher? Oh, okay, good. Get the day walker out and about. Am I jaded now? I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking for something different, maybe. I don't know what it is yet. I'm looking for something different. I'm looking for the excitement that I used to have when I went to TG and I'd meet someone cool and we'd just have a great conversation. And then recently in the last a few times I've been to TG, it's just been a place that's horribly way too crowded. Everybody's like kind of like on each other. It's super sweaty, and I just didn't enjoy any of my time at TG unless I got horribly drunk and danced. So, and I haven't had a night that's not like that in quite a while. Either it's like that and it's too intense, or it's boring, and I just haven't found the really cool people to talk to, you know. Fuck the child bearers. Or there's going to be a Miss Alternative. So if that's what you're talking about, Quack. If you Miss Alternative, then it's Alternative Miss London will be trans girls and drag queens in it, I suppose. I don't know if I can handle the jealousy. I don't know. Women are fine. Quack. Everyone's fine. You just gotta. People just have opinions. But yeah, I know. I hope my attitude towards all that hasn't like annoyed people. Because I know there are lots of beautiful people in the world, and I want to see them all. Really. But I'm like anyone. Like you get like really. What's the word? Self-deprecating, self-aware. Maybe, Donna. It would be cool to like host a club. That would be fun. Now they all think they're findoms. Well, you know, niches make money nowadays, I'm afraid. Yeah, I'm with you there. Kind of with you there. Yeah, I'm kind of up for that, Donna. I'm up for that. Susie, you got some connections, maybe? Oh yeah. I'm up for hosting something. Although I'm terrible at telling jokes, or, you know, but I can go, and now? I can do a Jules and go, and now? Okay, is everybody having a good time? I can do that, I guess? Let's do it. Yeah, okay. I'm up for it. And get paid. That'd be great. You'd like to dress slutty but showing virtually zero skin. There's an art to that. An art that I've very much enjoyed over the years and tried to go for. So hi, Nostalgic Games. How you doing? Oh, I opened the door again. It's warm. It might be quite a trek, Donna. Like, what's that? Like a 12-hour plane flight? We're in the west of from the west of America. Totally hand it off to people. Exactly. I could. Is that some kind of euphemism? But yeah, like I say, Christopher, it is an art. You're right. But yeah, maybe I could do a little hosty thing. I don't know if I could have an act of my own. Like, I mean, I'm not a stand-up at all. I have no idea how to work a crowd or do anything live. I would just poo myself and... Yeah, a little bit of a commute, Helena. That'd be a fun job, though. Right, folks, I've had a wonderful little chat tonight. It's been really, really nice. Thank you so much to all of you for chilling out with me and having a chat. It's really warm and I'm starting to sweat, so I'm going to try and preserve this dress and I'm going to leave you all there I want you all to hear about my wonderful patrons. By the way, I'm going to read out, this is one of my tiers on my Patreon page, to get a shout out from me in my Hangout streams and videos. And I want to make a special mention to these lovely patrons. We have Aura, we have Eric Sawyers, Happily Anonymous, Jake Allen, and Ryan David. Thank you so much for being top tier pledges on my Patreon. You can go, if you like my looks, if you like to see what Nikki Nicole's doing, if you want to see what I'm doing, see early previews, videos, photo sets, voting on what you want to see next, everything, you can go over to my Patreon at patreon.com/itsnickynicole. The link is in the description down there. And once more, my wonderful patrons are, my wonderful top tier patrons are Aura, Eric Sawyers, Jake Allen, and Ryan David, and Happily Anonymous. So, and thank you to you all for showing up today. It's always really nice to see who's going to pop into the Hangout stream. I always end up having some real nice conversations, and you know, maybe we'll get this out, and this will be a look I take out on the London streets. Well, on the London clubs or something. So thank you so much. I'll take care of Nikki, indeed. I'll let you know, Helena. I'll let you know. And I will catch all of you guys next time. Bye bye.